Alright. Oh! And a profitable one-die block for him. Alright, so, it is actually very tempting to go for the 2-die block here, and then simply dodge through 1, 2, 3 dodges, and he is free. So that's what I think we're gonna do. This guy's actually doing pretty well, despite he admitted that this is his first league game. So we're gonna move this skink up here. No, I'm not gonna do a skink pass play. Those are fun, but now you may be saying to yourself, but why would you do that? He has to make so many dodges. He has stunty, which means that they are essentially unassisted dodges, or unaltered dodges. Considering I don't see him getting someone behind him to surf my skink, it's very tempting to make additional blocks, considering I have so many profitable ones. Alright, he boneheaded. That's fine. Let's see. No, we're just gonna go for it. And that's the score. Because I just didn't want to run out of time, and he was pretty much trapped. I had to do something with him. He's probably going to be like, wait, you told me to tell me if I did something wrong, and you just scored. Alright, so before kicking off, like, too many of my guys were tied up, so I really couldn't afford to stall. I can score so quickly that it's not as big of a deal as you might think. Now, I know my friend always stacks the line, but because he has guys that have high enough strength, I'm going to avoid that. However, if he does end up getting a quick snap, they are in range. But basically, I'd rather him just be able to organize the advantageous blocks in the middle, and that's it. You know, basically the way it works is, no matter how I stack the line, he does have the players. He can put a equal strength player with one more guy, however far out necessary. So I'm real quick going to call this def kick, and then accept. Now, some people would potentially spread out the line here, just because of the high strength guys, but now That's actually an interesting idea. He could... well, actually, no. He would still be adjacent to my Croxagore, but... it looks like he is... just making it so that no one's up against my Crocs, which... makes sense, but doesn't make sense. It's actually a perfectly legitimate thing to try and avoid my players, which is one reason someone would say, oh, you're supposed to spread out your guys, because then he wouldn't be able to avoid it, but... oh, there's the quick snap, so he could, if he wanted to, say move this Chaos Warrior up against my... he could probably take down its terminal. He didn't organize himself the right way to do it. I mean, if he moved all three of these guys down, he'd be able to get a 2-die block against it. It's not yours. Okay, so he did see that. Now that I would not have done. Because that's still only a 1-die block. I understand he wants to get away from these guys, but he just introduced himself to a world of pain here. And my line is now completely free. I can move them as... oh, okay. That's very risky on his part. As I will show him. Because... okay, well, I guess since he gets the first hit, it's not as risky. But he's made it so that I'm very able to get to that ball. That's going to be a reroll. Ooh, and it worked out for him. But there goes his reroll, and he has not picked up the ball yet. So if he doesn't get it, I can certainly mark it. And not just mark it, but mark it with Prehensile Tail. Oh, he just made my job a little bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's trying to organize his blocks, which I understand, but at the same time I'm going to stand up its terminal, and then I get the 2-die block against Peregrine. Blitzing my Skink, and no dice. He actually probably... I don't know. I mean... I can understand why you do that. Oh. Okay, so he's clogging up the lane now. So now he's probably gonna try and pick it up here. Worst case scenario could... okay. So I have a chance. So I'm probably going to try and run in there with I Think I Sharded. Try and pick it up. No, that's no good. It is placed where I cannot easily get to it. Let's see, what would... so he needs to run through there. So if I can remove any tackle zones... not exactly. Unless I knock him down. So, first things first. He's gonna bonehead. Doesn't help things. I am gonna mark down his players down here. Let's throw this blitz. I think I just created more tackle zones for me to dodge through. Oh! That was dumb. I hit the wrong one. Yes, follow. Because now he's gonna have to dodge out of there. Good job, me. Alright. I'm surprisingly mobile, is basically the problem that he's encountering. Oh! And I failed my dodges. My first one. Very first one. But basically I'm trying to play it safe against the potential pass play here, and oh! Early reroll. And he pushed him there, which I'm kind of surprised about, because he doesn't have a good block anymore. And he locked up this Chaos Warrior. Okay, a blitz. Alright, he managed to knock down I'm Pregnant. Hasn't broken my armor yet, thankfully. But he did have to burn his reroll again already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so that he just blocked that path. Okay, he's got the ball. Is he going to bring it to me? Indeed he is. Granted, I don't have any way of getting to it. Let's see, that guy can't score himself. He can't score. These two are still in scoring position, but they are really kind of locked up, and so he managed to stun himself, whereas I'm not stunned. Okay. So, first things first, we're gonna do all the free movement. I could get a 2-die against block. But really that's not the best idea. What I'm actually going to do is there we go. So that's still not a 3-die block, which would have been ideal, but what I'm going to do here is throw the blitz with this guy, hope this guy falls down. He did. And now put him in the way. The next thing I'm doing is I'm going to take, I think I sharded, and he's going to hopefully give me another tackle zone. Good. And so now I'm going to hit Seagull. Stun Seagull, which is good. Now, you may be wondering why I'm throwing blocks with skinks, and it's simply because in this case it's actually more advantageous. It's not like I have block on my sources anyway.